Hey friends, welcome back to Make All the Things with me. My name is Leah and it is Friday. It is time for Friday favorites. So I was just on M&B Inspired Creations for Friday favorites, and if you missed it, go on over to the group, join the group, watch the replay, and you can see how I made this. But now we're working on a mailbox, and I'm kind of excited. This mailbox is going to be different. I have really been enjoying rustic, primitive farmhouse decor and crafts. I have been studying it, learning it, watching as much as I can. I love the look. I absolutely love it. So, hey Susan, how are you, my friend? I saw on my feed a project that came up that I absolutely love. So I've done mailboxes before. Usually my style is all cutesy. When my kids were little, I used to make these and decorate them with cardstock in fun, bright colors for them. Hi, Judy. Hi again. You know, for Christmas too, you know, for letters to Santa Claus. This is from the Dollar Tree, and it's decorated. It's all decorated for Christmas. I actually got this last year, never got around to using it. Hey Christy, how are you, my friend? So it has that little sticker on there. I'm going to take it off. I've done, you know, neutral colors. But when I saw this mailbox, I knew I had to, I was so inspired, I wanted to make it. And Michelle from A Little Jumbled Market, I tagged her page in my description. If you just like click the middle of the screen, and my description will pop up, and I have tagged her page. Go give her a follow. You love upcycling those? You have to give her a follow because her work is absolutely amazing. Hey Peggy, I scrolled through her page. I had never seen her before, and I scrolled through her page. Her work is amazing. And so I messaged her today and I said, I absolutely love your mailbox. Do you mind? Hey, yes, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And you just got back from summer holiday? Man, I wish it was summer holiday time here. So I messaged her and I said, I absolutely love your mailbox. Do you mind if I make one on my live? I was like, my mojo hasn't been there. But I need to make this. You totally inspired me. I absolutely love it. And she said, go ahead. So thank you so much, Michelle. And I want to say her page is Little Jumbled Market. So definitely go on over. Hey, Jane. Go on over to her page and give her a follow. Tell her I sent you. Like, you're going to love all of her stuff. All right, I can't get this little sticker off here. It's the bottom, right? It won't matter. I'm going to sand it anyway. So, when I try to paint straight on metal, you know, it scrapes off, doesn't really stick. And even sometimes when you seal it, it'll save it from scratching a little bit, but it always ends up doing that. So I'm just going to give it just a crafting with the Sassy Chicks 101. Hey, you! So up after me is not me. It is Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage, and Deb is coming on from Crafting with the Sassy Chicks 101. She's coming on at 10. So Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. But you know what? You don't have to remember that. You just have to go on over to Friday Favorites, join the group, and they'll pop up. All right, so Sassy Chick, you're going on, right, at 10? All right, so see what I'm doing? I'm just scraping this. Who is this we speak? You. Are you going on at 10 tonight, right? I don't even know what time it is. I've just like been going. I've been going since early this morning. I'm all hyped up on coffee. All right, so I'm just sanding it just to give the paint something to stick to. And I'm going to use chalk paint because I find chalk paint kind of works with every medium. You're back and you sprinkle. Thank you, my friend. Welcome back. Thank you all for joining me again. This was kind of fun. It was kind of a lot. I was like, I can barely think of one project and now I got to do two. But all's good. Tippy couldn't find somebody for the 7th spot, and I happen to have access to another page. So she asked me if I would, and I said, okay. So here I am, part 2, totally different project. Okay, so Crafting with the Sassy Chicks is on at 10 p.m. She closes the night. And up after me is Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And before me was me with M&B Inspired Creations. And definitely go back, because this weekend I have to catch all the replays. All right. This is so cute. I bought this last year and never did a thing with it. I had a bigger mailbox that I made a cute little Santa mail thing project with. Oh, look, it comes off, or did I break it? Nope, it pops right back in. All right, so let's chat. How was your week, friends? I had a pretty good week. Oh my gosh, I could just do this and call it done. It's all rustic. And I hope I can do Michelle from Little Jumbled Market justice. All right. I'm going to use a foam brush. Got these from the automotive section, or the, what section is that? From all where the tool section is at Dollar Tree. It's pretty cold here. We've had wind. Have you had the wind there? It's been so windy. I'm going to take sheet out. And I am going to use Java Folk Art Home Decor Chalk Paint. And I have some poured out from my project before. I'm just going to pour a little bit more out. So thick and beautiful. It's like melted chocolate. No wind, thank goodness, just cold. Yeah, the wind makes it colder. I had to get gas last night and I was like gonna freeze. I was all bundled up. All right, and I'm using a foam brush. I find foam brushes or a sponge works better when you're painting on metal. All right. All right, am I ready? Am I ready? Okay. Here goes. All right. Okay, so far so good. All right, thank you so much for being here. I would appreciate if you would just share me out. You all have been so amazing in helping me grow my page. I am like beyond words. I appreciate you all so very much for supporting my page, supporting my videos, sharing them. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. 9 minus 9. Oh. I don't know what the minus was or what the feels like was. It was cold, but my car said it was like 17 this morning. And we might or we might not get snow. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Kippy. How are you, my friend? And I do want to thank Kippy from Kippy at Home and Jane from Sustain My Craft Habit. They are our hosts for Friday Favorites. They started Friday Favorites, and they have built an amazing, amazing group with amazing creators. It's a beautiful, beautiful community. And I promise you, you show up every Friday and you will feel like family. You will feel so welcome. All right. Here we go. I'm going to put this up and I'll paint the little red flag. I think this is going to be the perfect base coat for the rust, the grunge. Here we go. Isn't this an amazing color? Hey, Jessica, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. I hear you got some snow in Texas. Any snow by you? My son messaged me on my way home, and he was on his way home from work, and he said, he's in Ohio, and he said, more snow. You look like the presenter that was on before. Do I? I'll have to go check that out. More of a mix, a lot more sleet than snow. Ooh, yuck. Well, be safe, my friend. Be safe. Because that slush is dangerous. Right? And they say if you don't have to go out, don't go out. I'm just giving this all a coat of the Java. It is chalk paint by Folk Art. And I'm probably going to do another coat. I might not need to, but We'll see. We'll see where this takes us. Oh my gosh. I was so worried this morning. I'm like, I don't even have an idea for one project. You're amazing, stream. I'm kind of getting there, especially since I've been going since early this morning. I had to be at work at 7:45 this morning. You got yourself? Yeah, so after I finish this, I'm going to go eat dinner because my stomach is starting to growl a little bit. I have to do my voiceover. So I do have a YouTube channel. I would love it if you would go over there. Hey, Kathy, how are you feeling, my friend? I would love it if you would go over to YouTube, subscribe to my channel, and tomorrow we have a playlist. Our theme is Love is in the Air. Some of the creators from Friday Favorites join me on YouTube, and check us out. 12 o'clock tomorrow. Our videos will premiere. Go on over, watch our videos, give it thumbs up, subscribe to our channels, help support us on that platform as well. You know, I'm like covering this, but I'm thinking maybe if I don't, it might give it more of a rustic feel, right? All right, so now I'm going to do the inside of the mailbox door. I need to. Hey, Jen! Honestly, I was thinking about you today. I really was. I'm just going to pour a little bit more out. Tiny little bit. Okay. I might not have to like cover this completely. And I do want to say again, kudos and shout out to Michelle from Little Jumbled Market, because she is the inspiration. Thanks, Kathy. She is the inspiration for this project. Like I said, I have made a lot of mailboxes. I would make one every year for my kids. Made them cutesy. It was all about, you know, like cute colors, and I used cardstock. And lately I've been into Farmhouse and Rustic. Hey, Shelby. There you are. This is the first time I'm seeing you. It might be one of the first times I looked up. Oh, thank you. You've been working like crazy and doing some decluttering. I hear you, my friend. Let's message and keep in touch. Sorry, Shelby. I didn't see you until right now. But yeah, so I have been really learning and liking and practicing farmhouse and primitive crafts, and I saw this. It showed up on my feed. I absolutely loved it. I went. Actually, it wasn't even her page that showed up. She posted it in a group, and I messaged her and I said, I absolutely love your mailbox. I am totally inspired and I totally want to make one. You're just teasing? I'm glad, Shelby. I mean, at least you're not telling me I'm talking too much. So I messaged her, and then she said, yes, go ahead, make it. And I told her that I would give her credit, and then she told me she had a page. And all right, I've got a little, you know, farmhouse star. Let me just paint it because it was just right here. And I'm going to grunge this with the cinnamon. And so her page is tagged in my description. Please, please give this incredibly talented woman a follow. It is Little Jumbled Market. Her work is amazing. So, shout out to you. You have so totally inspired me. I've never done one of these before. Like I said, I made the mailboxes and cutesies for my kids when they were little. You know, for the Valentines and for Santa mail. Okay. Let me show you what it's looking like. All right. Some of it's showing through, and I think that's gonna be part of the whole vibe thing going on. The whole rustic thing, right? What do I need now? Glue. All right. Grab my Elmer's glue. I still have it out from before. If someone didn't talk, that would be a boring live. I agree with you. I agree with you. All right, I'm just gonna pour it out. I'm just gonna pour it right here. I'm just putting my glue, and I'm putting it right next to where I had the Java paint right there, because it's gonna be mixing anyway. And I have, oh, goodness, I have ground cinnamon nearby, and so when you grunge things, rustic things, and oh, I'm a mess. A good way to do it is with glue and cinnamon. And let me show you the look that I'm going for. So, oh, this is a plastic lantern. I did this on YouTube on Wednesday night. And that's the grunge rust look. I'm very modest in my grunging. I think I'm going to go a little bit heavier on this. I've never done it before, but usually I just add little bits because I'm learning. So that's what I'm going for. And how you accomplish that, you can do it with instant coffee. I was going to grab some instant coffee today, and I totally spaced on it. So I'm going to use the cinnamon and glue. And I'm just pouring it right here, right next to the cinnamon. Sometimes I pour it right on the project, but this is kind of big and I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. Let's see where this takes us. And so you just dip the glue, and I'm doing both right now. I probably should have just done the glue, but all right. So she had her mailbox like this. I'm gonna glue that. I'm gonna use my Beacon Fabri-Tac glue. And I know I think I'm like all hyped up on coffee. I hope so. I hope so. What Megan makes. You were on M&B, right? And did you tell me your name? All right. She had it a little bit open, and I absolutely loved it. All right, so I'm going to use my Beacon Fabri-Tac glue for the permanent hold. And that's going to take a little bit. It'll set up in like a minute. But I am going to use the hot glue for the quick hold. All right, so I'm just putting some on the inside of the mailbox. I put some over here, and I have the Beacon Fabri-Tac, the permanent glue, over here. At some point afterwards, I might need to reinforce it with the permanent glue. Hey, Tana Joe, how are you? You glued the door up some. There you are. Hello. Hello. I hope people are coming over to your page and loving your stuff because I absolutely love it. All right, so of course I don't have your project up anywhere. I'm kind of doing this from memory, kind of like on my own. And I do want this down a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab some glue and glue that down a little bit. So everyone, she is up there, and if you see that little blue follow after her name, you know what to do. You click that follow and follow her page. All right, thanks. You're going to talk me through it. And now I'm really nervous. All right, I don't even know where to start. Oh my goodness. And thank you so much for the inspiration. I went through your page and I love everything that you made. And thank you for letting me make this. All right, I'm just dipping in the glue and in the cinnamon, and I'm just going with it, okay? I could also add more. You can sprinkle it as you go. And then when you heat it up, the smell is amazing if you love cinnamon. Where'd you, the mailbox came from Dollar Tree. I actually got it last year, but they have them out every year at Christmas time. And I'm sure they're going to have some out for Valentine's because, you know, love notes, you need a mailbox. Walmart, Michelle from Little Jumbled Market said she got hers at Walmart for 98 cents. Am I right? So you can find them, you know, especially this time of year. All right, so this is not, and then you heat as you go. So it's not quite doing the rust thing. So I'm going to dip in the glue. I'm going to dip in the glue and just wet it. And now, do you see what's happening? Do you see that? And again, when you work with something like this, it's just like the crackle technique. Walmart, yes, 4 different colors in the Valentine section. All right, I might have to go get some more because 98 cents is better than $1.25. You can let it sit overnight and it'll cure. And actually, like when I first did that lantern on Wednesday, it was kind of bright like this. But now, 2 days later, it darkened, it's deeper, it's curing, and it's beautiful. All right. You see it like melts the glue, and it makes it darker. And then Michelle did her whole mailbox. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole mailbox, you know, because I'm not like, I don't know. I'm nervous to do the whole thing and rusty, but hers was absolutely amazing. I tend to go just a little bit because I don't trust myself. So you can glue and cinnamon as you go. And I'm just dipping in the glue, dipping in the cinnamon. You can heat it up as you go. You can heat it up at the end. You can just sit and take your time. Thank you so much, Shelby. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for sharing. And I do, because now there's quite a few more people than when I started. I do want to thank you all for being here, for watching my videos. for sharing them. I appreciate that. Yours was a trial and error, and wait a minute, and you messed up, so you did the whole thing to cover up your mistake. Oh my goodness. Well, your mistake, if that was a mistake, oh my goodness. So, and it's clumpy. You see how it clumps? Don't fret about the clumps, because rust clumps. And you can make it more clumpy. Add some more, right? If you've ever seen anything rust before, you know you can sand off that rust. And somebody sent me stars. Shelby Bolton, thank you so much for the stars, my friend. You can heat as you go. And there's no mistakes in rust. You love happy accidents, right? Hey, listen, most of my projects are accidents, not always happy. You know, and then you can make it like, you know, if you know how things rust, you can make it like, and put it in areas where something would really rust. You could Google or search for an image, you know, say a rusty mailbox, and see where the rust is and recreate a realistic rust. But eventually, after time, the whole thing rusts. All right, so now how many times can I say rust? And I do prefer dipping into the cinnamon over pouring, because then I feel like I have more control that way. But what happens is, see your brush, and you don't have to use a foam brush. You can use a paintbrush, and you could scrape it off, because I actually like those clumps when you're doing grunging and rusting. And I just go back and forth. The glue, the cinnamon, the glue, the cinnamon. And most of it ends up staying on here. You haven't gotten the nerve up to do lives yet, just a few videos. You sound a little country. Oh, no, listen. All right, if you need some encouragement, my friend, you message me, and I can't see more. You just got one of these for Christmas, but you message me, I can help you. I can help you. Don't be nervous. You just have to do it. Your work is amazing. It needs to be shared. You need to show how to do it. So this is a Christmas mailbox I got last year at Dollar Tree. And you know, I like also using the instant coffee grinds, because I like that look, that rusted look that it gives. See, so like, see, you could see the powder. See how you see the powder? This is a little shiny here. Let's see what happens. You pour it on there, shake it off, and then you see the powder. If you like that look, you like that look. If you don't, add more glue. Like, I like more glue. And like I said, the longer you leave it, it sets up and cures. And when you add the glue, it gives it, I don't know, some mushiness. I don't know. It just deepens the color. And there's always rust underneath the flag, right? But this is like, I'm going overboard on this. Feel free to. Whatever you need, friends. So see the glue, it's white now, but it'll dry clear, and it'll kind of, it'll do that, because that didn't look, that when I started looked exactly like this. So 2 days later, it It's darkened and it's the perfect rust. When you use the coffee rust, look, do you use instant coffee? Yeah, Anna Gret, let me show you what instant coffee looks like. I actually did this on a live for Friday Favorites. I think it was before Christmas. And like, again, I did a modest look. So this is, I painted it, I think, in the sheepskin color, the chalk paint. And I went over with the glue, and this is what happens to the instant coffee. So instant coffee melted, and it melted like this. I could have done more, but I liked just the like a hint of it. Like it was just starting to get dirty or starting to rust. But I really like the instant coffee because I like that look. I like how it melts. I did this one. This one is just a base coat of brown paint, glue, and this is cinnamon. So it started off bright like cinnamon color, but it ended up darker. See? And I did that. And the longer it sits, the darker it gets. And then here's a snowman and a star I did. So this is glue, no paint. It's glue and instant coffee. Do you see the look you get with the instant coffee? How it melts? I love that. I actually prefer using the instant coffee because I like that look. This is my favorite rust look. And I did the same thing. This is glue and the instant coffee on the snowman. So you play around with different materials and you see what you like. That's all it is. It's just experimenting. Right? So, and then it just, it sets. It's, right? And you just mix the two. And I'm not an expert. I just play around with it. Thank you, Annagret. Right, play around with different spices. I've seen some people use paprika to give it that reddish rust look, and some people, you can also spray the cinnamon with the clear matte sealant and it helps it look darker. Yes. Yes. You know, it all depends on the look that you want. Now, if you go on over to Michelle's page, Little Jumbled Market, you'll see what she did. Her whole mailbox is rusted, and it made me look. It made me want to see her work, like to see more. See, and now I'm just like getting some of this off and off the sponge. And yeah, but try different spices. Definitely rust. I took off too much, but you know what? It's rustic. Do you like Elmer's glue better than a generic one? I think I got the school glue during like the sale at Walmart. It was like 25 cents. So I just grabbed that. I don't think I've tried the generic glue, but I'm sure it works the same. Paprika. Yeah, you've never thought of that. Yeah. I have nutmeg too. I think nutmeg is a little bit lighter than the cinnamon. It's not close to be, or I would show you. But yeah, just play around with different spices. I haven't tried just plain old coffee beans. I mean coffee grinds. So I don't know if it would look different than instant coffee. Oh, thanks, Peggy. How are you, friend? All right, I gotta get my hand out of here. And I think what I was trying to do was some of that was scraped. I didn't cover the mailbox, but you know what? It looks like I painted the mailbox and it scraped and it rusted, so it goes. It goes with the whole theme of this. See, one side is like a lot rusted, one side isn't a lot rusted, but I do want to rust the door. And I should probably put it down. And when you heat it, it smells so good. Oh, thank you. I love Fridays. Thank you for being here. It's a safe place to be. It's a good place to be on Fridays. So much inspiration, so much talent in the group. You didn't get your thing that you were sending to me? Oh, really? Maybe because of the storms. I'll message you later and we'll try to figure it out. I sent it a long time ago, but I'll message you later. Message me and remind me. How are you doing tonight? All right. And let me tell you, this is a really nice way to just spend your time. You know, I think maybe boring you. But if you decide to make this, it feels so good. Like just to sit and work on something. And it's yours. There is no wrong way. Tina, I saw your message. We'll message later. It might be all the snow. All of the snow that might be preventing the mail from going through. My friend Lori from the Farmhouse Stencil Shop was telling me today that all her orders are delayed because of the weather. She sent out things in the mail and it's taking a little bit longer because of the weather. And, you know, just everything that's going on throughout the state, not just the weather, but also, you know, I know you're not out that far, but even in California, it's affecting everything. Thank you, Paula. So just be patient, my friend. It is a Dollar Tree mailbox, but they usually have some at Valentine's, you know, because you send Valentine's and you can make a little mailbox. But Walmart has them in the Valentine's section for 98 cents. So this was $1.25 2 years ago. But you can get these at Walmart for 98 cents. And they come in different colors, but you can paint them. And like I said, I've made these in the past, but I've made them, you know, cutesy for kids. All right. I don't know if I'm done. You know, you may never be done. I mean, you could go for days rusting and yeah, the front of the door needs to be done. Let me put this to the side. It's messy. That is okay, no worries. You're just letting you know. Oh, thank you. You can always message me, Tina. Is it metal? Yes. Yes, it's metal. It's not the paper one. This is metal. All right, let me take a little bit of coffee. All right. I'm going to dry this up a little bit. You know, and if you've never done it and you're worried about the look, don't worry, because it darkens as it ages, I guess. But it will, because the glue will kind of soak up some. And you can even paint it. Paint it if you have a rust colored paint, oranges and reds. They work well. All right. Oh my goodness, I forgot the star. Let's do the star. Let's do the star. This is a star that I cut out. I have a laser cutter. So I just cut out a bunch of shapes. And it was just sitting here. That's what I did to the star. Got some Spanish moss. And the embellishment part, this kind of part is I'm kind of nervous about. I'm just gonna, I saw that Michelle had it sticking out or in her mailbox. And maybe it wasn't Spanish moss, but that's what I have. And she had something fun in her mailbox, and I can't remember right now what it was. Because if I did, I would really try to recreate it. And in here you can put whatever. If you want to make something for the season, this is kind of wet. So as I'm touching it, it's sticking. You're back. Okay, what should I do? How should I decorate this? That's what I was just telling you. And you can decorate it for a season. You can, you know, I am new to the whole farmhouse and primitive idea stuff. So, you know, I don't know. You had a beautiful bow. You had stuff sticking out. I have the star. Not really sure where I want to put the star or if I'm going to use the star. Is Giselle here? Giselle, you're on vacation. What are you doing here? But thanks for being here, my friend. You had green moss inside at the door and you added sisal. Oh, I have sisal. Floral wild curlicues and a bird. Oh, hers is absolutely amazing. All right. Oh my goodness. I have sisal. I have sisal. It's my favorite fiber. Oh my gosh, it could be like a bird's nest. You know what I don't have is a bird. There's your craft cottage. Happy vacation, my friend. All right, Okay, this is a lot. Maybe I needed this a little bit. If I had a bird, I have a little piggy, I have another little star. I do not have a bird. Oh my goodness, look. A bird. A bird. A bird. Yes. But I don't have a bird. Oh my goodness. I like this. You know what? Let me make a bigger mess. There we go. Well, I don't need that much moss in there. Let's be a little frugal. And I know something like this will definitely need a bow, but I don't know. I can't think of a bow right now. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? All right, let's get this back in the package. I don't know what else to do. I've got so many ideas running in my head, I don't even know where to start. But I'm like, all I keep thinking about is I need a bird. I need a bird. I think a bird, a little birdie would look so stinking cute in here. You know. Oh, let's see. This is not, I'm gonna like just have some fun with some muslin. I'm not gonna marry it. I am just gonna like see how I like it. A lot of times I tend to look at a project for a few days and really decide if I like it, if I need to change it. A lot of times I do end up changing it. All right, so just put some of the Spanish moss on here. All right, this is too thin. Let's get a nice piece here. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take some of this Mod Podge and I'm gonna make some of the glue, and I'm gonna make a really big mess. All right. I don't know if this is gonna work. Probably not. It's probably gonna get all stiff. And I'm not worried about if this moss sticks to it. I just want to run the foam brush down this strip. And you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Just go find a different ribbon or a different fabric. Just in spots. Like, let's just say this was a beautiful bow at one time. It was a beautiful mailbox and it all got rusty. You know what even would be nice? If I took some of the Valspar antiquing glaze and went over this. That would just really like deepen the color. I've never done it. I've never used the antiquing glaze over the grunge. But we can try it. About 5 minutes. And so I just want to remind you too, to join the group Friday Favorites. And up after me is Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. All right, let's let this sit for a minute. And sponge. Let's see what the antiquing glaze will look like. So this is Valspar Antiquing Glaze. It's from Lowe's. It antiques things. It gives your projects just a beautiful, like, antique look, and it's just a perfect glaze. And I know it comes in 2 colors. I have not seen it in my store in the brown. It comes in a black and a brown, and wow. Wow, look, here's the one side, okay, including the flag, and there's the other side. Here's a whole new look for you. And I'm probably going to have to get a new sponge because the cinnamon and the glue might affect this. But that's okay. These come in a 6-pack. And I like this look. I really do. There it is. I really like that. And it's still wet. I don't want to handle it any more than I have to. And I didn't get too much of the cinnamon on here. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, What Megan Makes. Let me try this a little bit. I really want to make a bow for this, but it's too wet. This has to sit and cure overnight. I will be posting a picture on my page this weekend. If you don't come back to my page or you don't see it, you will definitely see it on Friday Favorites group. Thank you, Michelle. I really want to thank you. I absolutely loved your project. I hope I did it justice. But it's mine, and you inspired it, and I love it. I really do. I loved yours. Yours is just absolutely amazing. I had to make it. I had to make it. I'm not moved very often by a project, but yours I absolutely love. So thank you so much for letting me create it on my live tonight. That's Michelle from A Little Jumbled Market. Please follow her page. Her work is absolutely amazing. If you love farmhouse and rustic look and primitive stuff, definitely give her a follow. My time is running up. Up after me is Christy. And after Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage is Deb from Crafting with the Sassy Chicks 101. I have 2 hours of mess. And in case you missed it, I was live with MMB Inspired Creations before I made this on that page. I made this on my page. I am going to let the grunge dry up, and then I'm going to embellish it. As I touch it, it comes off, and I don't want it to scrape off. I want this, the grunge and the rust that I put on here, I want it to stay. So look for me posting the final project. I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate you so very much. I thank you for coming back, watching my videos, sharing my videos. It means the absolute world to me. And friends, have a great weekend. Be safe if you are getting bad weather. Stay warm. Oh, thank you so much, Peggy. And friends, know that you matter and you are not alone. So with that being said, let's go on over and support Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. I will see you in the comments. I am going to get something to eat because my stomach is growling now. I am starving. So thank you so much for being here again. Have a great rest of your night, and bless you, Peggy. Bless you, my friend. All right. Bye for now.